Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back, and I'm feeling really excited to have you other time with me. And I want to share something that it seems is a very concern of many people. I have this question from someone who wants to know a little bit more about why relationships fail and what can they do to make a relationship successful. And the answer is it's a little bit, it's a lot of components going through a successful relationship. You don't have to be the most hot person in the world. You don't have to be the most successful, the most money, the most beautiful, the more skin, the more this and the more that. None of that really is useful. It's useful for people who is only looking for external things. But if you're only looking for external things will not last, because the job of your ego is making you be tired with whatever that is going on. So this is why you start to talk with someone and then right away you start to feel bored. Why? Because your ego wants to have something different. And this is one of the tools marketing use on people, because they know it's a trick they can use to have them as consumers. Let's say, why don't you want to have the same phone for 6-7 years? Why do you want to have the next phone and have the next phone? And sometimes they don't even change that much, but they know it's like that endless search, like what is there. And the same thing with dating apps. People is just swiping, and really they never get to work on themselves. I hear something that I find it really interesting about this man, that somebody interviewed him and they asked him what people do, in the past, and they were like, oh yeah, what about ghosting? And he was like, that doesn't exist in the past. You make an effort to continue to talk with that person. And I find it like a wow, how come right now it's so easy to just ghost other people and disappear and not really giving an explanation? Because when two people get together, there is a reason why those two got together. They are in the vibrational similarity that will help them to elevate and transform whatever that they need to work on themselves. Usually when something really painful happens, it's like people have soul contracts. They will need to help each other to heal a wound they have in their childhood, and in my personal opinion, in past lives, that they failed that test and they come again to repeat it until they fix it. But that is a very, very long topic and requires a lot of explanations that is not going to be possible in 10-15 minutes video. But I want to concentrate on what happened with this, at least this little topic, because in relationship is a lot of things, and it's really different from like when you're dating, when you're married or whatever, but kind of the same. So let's say you have this person. Let's put aside the ghosting. I feel ghosting is people not really capable of accepting how they are. Because when you want to really create that relationship, you kind of really need to show yourself as you are. And we live in a society and in a time, in this timeline, where I need to be in a certain way that social media say that I have to look, I need to have, otherwise I am not valued. So I connect with you, I have a couple dates, but when the limit of what I can show, I can fake to you is done, I rather run, because then I will be in danger of you knowing who I am, who I really am. knowing that I may not be the amazing person on social media. Maybe I'm not going to be the amazing successful this, or maybe I'm not going to have all the money that society says I need to have. So I'd rather go and just have like a short-term relationships that don't go anywhere, so I can hide who I am. That the point of this, let's say two people get together, and usually what happens, boom, something amazing happened. Wow, there is chemistry. I feel something. I know this guy or this girl. Wow, it's something that I feel. This connection. We get along so well, and it's fireworks, and all this happen. So a lot of people say like, oh, you hear the red flags, and you didn't say or do anything. What happened is your soul knows there's a red flags, the red flags that you need to change. But why did you stay there? It's like, is really the universe against you? Or maybe the universe has helped you, the two of you, to have a closer look of that wound. Let's put a crazy example. And I think I mentioned this before. Someone who has abandonment issues. And then this person get together. It doesn't matter if you're the female or you're the male, both can have that. And you will get together with someone with whom you will have an amazing relationship, and then suddenly the other person will disappear. Why? Why something so horrible? Why this person is going to break up with you, having a divorce or whatever, and you are living alone to face all that pain? And it's for you to take a look, what is that wound in the past that you didn't heal? And what happened with all those things is usually the universe and life start to bring you situations that shows you with a very, very soft voice, you need to change this, you need to change this, you need to change this. And what we do, we don't really like take care of that. We ignore them. We are busy with other things, and we don't really work on ourselves, or we believe that's for crazy people, or we are perfect, I don't need to change anything. But this is not the reality. Everybody needs to, there is room for improvement. And if you ignore them, there will be a moment in life where the pain you feel will be so big that you will not have other option but to look what is causing that, and wonder, why is this happening to me? And why is this happening to me? You start to make more questions to yourself, and then you start to remember, wow, this situation been going on for a long time. Why is this pattern all the time? I'm choosing the wrong people. No, you're not choosing the wrong people. You're choosing the right people for you to change. If you don't change in yourself, you will keep attracting the same situation. And then one day you will say, well, relationships are not for me. Men or women sucks, they are the worst, nobody worth it, everybody is this, everybody is that. And then you block totally relationships from your life, and you stay single because I prefer to be single, I'm better alone, yes, I'm perfect. And then guess what? Same situation will happen to you with your friends, same situation will happen to you in your work, same situation will happen to you in many other forms. Stop for a moment and take a look, think about it. What is the thing that is always repeating in your life? Is that boundaries, anger issues, something else? And take a look. Maybe you want to blame that person, your partner, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your whatever, and see if this is not a similar situation that you have somewhere else, in your job, with your friends, with your family. And you will see it's usually a repeating pattern, and the only common denominator is you. And that's painful. I remember when I wanted to, have more peace in mind, I had to face myself. I had to really sit and see, what did I create? and see how many other areas, because there was a point in my life where I was like that too. I was, I'm not going to have any relationship. I want to be alone. I want to be single. It's better to be single. It's better to be that. Yeah, I'm free and this and that. Guess what? All the things I didn't want to change, my closer friends were reflecting that to me, until I was really left in the corner, sitting and thinking in myself like, this has to change. It's impossible that now these situations are coming to me in any other form. So what happens when you take responsibility, or when you are brave enough to face whatever situation is, and like face them in the eyes instead of running away from that, and say, I know you are there and I'm gonna change this. And like, for that is a process, it's never an easy process, but once you face them, it's almost half of the problem disappear. What happened in the moment you face that, because that was a subconscious belief you was creating subconsciously vibrational frequencies that keep you vibrating low and blocking good things to come to you. When you get rid of that, when you elevate your frequency, when you elevate your vibration, but by giving rid of those hidden wounds, unhealed wounds from your past, you elevate. You don't need to work hard on that. It just elevate by itself your vibration, and you attract better people in your life. I remember I have a situation close to my life of this couple. The guy was someone that he was very handsome, strong, beautiful face, very masculine, work out all the time. The girl was also very good looking, and they moved in together. For situations in his life. They ended up living together, and when you live with someone, you have no other options but to see what is the other person reflecting back to you, because every person is your mirror, especially if you are sleeping with that person. So no matter what the girl said, it always says something that for the guy, in his mind, she was minimizing him. She was saying the wrong thing. She was making him feel less than, not enough, not this, not that. And the guy has this issue of not believing in himself for certain reasons. He never worked on himself, and that was a wound that he didn't heal from his childhood. Many things happened to him, and then when he was old, he didn't know what happened. He didn't know why he could not get many things as he wanted. And this girl was his opportunity to see the things he didn't fix about himself, that he needed to work on himself. For sure, there was back and forth also, and I remember like he says certain things that it triggers exactly the wounds she didn't heal. So from the outside, the situation was very bad. The guy ended up, having a lot of ego. His ego was very hurt that he basically decided to break up the relationship and say, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working. And guess what? He's attracting same situations in his life. When are you going to stop there? And the girl, she was, more responsible. She kept working on herself and she met a guy who was more elevated and more handsome than this guy. And is that good luck? No, one took responsibility and the other doesn't. So this guy was an amazing person, very good, and all everything that you want, but the universe doesn't work only and you are good or bad. The universe works on how many things you work on yourself, and as long as you don't work on yourself, your frequency will not be more elevated, and because of that, you will be attracting people that will be mirroring and reflecting back what you need to change. So, saying all this, I'm totally against of dating scene right now, because it just gives you the options to run away, but you're not running away from other people, you're running away from you, because no matter where you go, you're running away. I mean, you are taking yourself with you. You're not running away and giving out your frequency. You are taking that with you. So as long as you don't change that, you will not be able to attract something different. I talk with people, and every time somebody asks, oh yeah, I want this in a woman, I want her to be very hot, very beautiful, and this and that, la la la, and they don't change. And it's like, okay, do you work to be that person? Do you improve yourself? And same the girls. I want a man who is this and that, la la la. Okay, do you work on your issues? So we all want the best, but we need to be first the best. We need to be, and not in an arrogant way or an egocentrical way. We need to change our energy, that when we are changing, the energy we emanate is so pleasant that people will want to come and enjoy time with us. Not only couples, friends, relationships in your work, like a good relationship with the world. People will want to be close to you because it's enjoyable to be with you. And everybody has the capacity to be there. Don't forget about looks. It doesn't matter. I know people who doesn't look on society standards, on those like toxic society standards, but they are so enjoyable that you just want to be next to them, and you just want to hug them, you just want to love them, because they are loved. They really emanate the frequency of love. We cannot fake, oh yeah, I'm loved. No, you need to emanate that. We need to be loved. We need to really become love, not just think, yeah, I love you, and then for inside like, yeah, but I want to kill you. So this takes a lot of practice, and if you're in your 20s, you better start right now, because usually after 30s, 35 is when people start to get the hits of all the things we didn't work in our 20s. So, and if you're in the 30s, 40s, well, there's a lot of resources you can do, and it's never late to start to work on yourself and change your vibration. When you change your vibration, you will attract beautiful things to you. But in order to change your vibration, you need to know what are you thinking about all day long. Otherwise, we are just an autopilot. We are just the effect of someone else, and you are just the slave of someone else too. So my goal, my mission for you is that you become free forever from anyone, religion, government, and institution. That you become really free, because what feels better? What feels better? To be free, to have peace of mind, to become the word love, success, instead of fighting for, forcing to, or just allowing and being. So that's my goal. This is everything for today. Thank you so much for being here. I give a lot of information, and this is a big topic that is not covered just with 14-15 minutes, but I'm happy to share more. If you have any questions, please let me know. Subscribe if you want. Share this with someone who needs to heal old wound, or like it, so other people can find my work and get benefited by this. And I will see you very soon. Take care. Thank you for being here, and